Hello, water signs. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Long time no see. I needed a break and I've taken it and I feel better for it. Okay. And in doing so, water signs, we have the first card that's coming out is moving on. Thank you. Next. There's a queen rising here, male or female, who's stepping into their power. Praise coming up into the spotlight. Strong female. Okay. Gonna move in on because the card that came out from the past is the two of, no, sorry, Queen of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, representing yourself. So you turn up in your reading. You may be absorbing in the past too much from others or neglecting your own emotional needs here. And somebody here needs to look at where your nurturing turns into self-sacrifice in the past. And you probably realize this. Some of you could have been losing your emotional clarity by over identifying with others. So you're kind of giving your power away. Every time you did that, you connected with somebody, what they're going through. And then you're there taking it more serious than they are. Okay. And your energy is getting drained. So when you're actually thinking that it means as much to that person as it did to you, you realize, say, the person didn't even see it as something significant. Okay. Mm. So it seems like in the past, the discomfort you're dodging might be very mirror that brings breakthrough here. But the truth wants expression here. Okay, even if it shakes your equivalent, because somebody had to face the truth. Okay, somebody faced the truth, even though it hurt. They faced the truth. Okay, now when it concerns you, you may have, like I said, been absorbing too much from others, neglecting your own emotional needs. So it's likely time for you now to put yourself first. That's why you're the queen rising. Okay. In the past, you couldn't hold your healthy boundaries when you're telling people, say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay. Because it seems like all the nurturing, you're nurturing somebody here. You're self sacrificing yourself. It was like you was losing your emotional clarity by even trying to over identify yourself with others, by trying to even explain yourself to others, or even trying to go and say, this is me, look at me, hear me, kind of thing, waving a flag, kind of thing. But you've rise from this, okay? Because now you're in nurturing, you're emotionally attuned with yourself, you're deeply reflective, okay? You're now kind of speaking your emotional mastery over your need for people pleasing. You're using your compassionate discernment to know who needs it, who doesn't. Okay. You're coming across as somebody now that's you're part of somebody, but you understand without words. You don't have to even let them know you know. Okay. You don't need to fix it. You can see it. Como se, como se. Como se. Listen to me good. Excuse me. I'm speaking to somebody here who you're trying to please a lot of people. But like I say, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all of the time. Okay. You could have been a people pleaser in the past that you're moving on from. Okay. Somebody that drained your energy or people who didn't appreciate you because you came to the Two of Swords, which got you to a crossroads. Okay. It was a moment of suspension you felt of making a decision. Okay. And it affected your emotions because it was hard decision that you had to make here. Somebody had to feel the way through and not just analyze the situation. Okay, with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords here, because you realize it wasn't in logic alone. You couldn't just use your head over emotions here. You had to use your intuition regarding moving on from the situation. You had to see things for what they were because you got the Six of Wands here. Victory, recognition, movement forward. Okay. It brings confidence and momentum here. And it does come after it reached this resolution here about moving on. Okay. Stepping into your power. Mm. It's like once the inner conflict with this Two of Swords here unraveled through the Queen of Cups. It's like insight and self trust. You kind of emerge with clarity and success. Okay. You kind of realize how you were stuck in a situation where you didn't need to be and you could set yourself free. Because this is somebody that was coming out of somebody who was trapped in their mind, going over things over and over again. Okay. Couldn't see a way out. Mm. Somebody was definitely looking for some form of approval from somebody who couldn't even see them, who there was. Okay. There was round people who was pretending and wearing a mask and pretending to be something that there wasn't. Mm. For somebody though, you will reach victory, victory and success. So let's see what lies beneath this here, because with this two of, sorry, I did it back to front, yeah. Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, Six of Wands. You made a decision, okay? You was trying to actually do two things at the same time, or somebody was doing two people at the same time, and somebody need to check yourself. Yeah, okay, Queen of Cups here. Okay, in the past because it was you were given with your power. Okay, some of you right now you need to check yourself on a health wise day calendar. Some of you could be pregnant. What must say? A pregnancy test comes out. Okay, somebody's unsure if they're pregnant. Is a pregnancy scare positive or negative? Somebody has to make a choice or decision regarding that. Somebody here is coming towards you with some fake apology here. Okay. When you see that you're rising, okay. Because the situation is about to explode for somebody, or somebody was coming out for a situation and what was exploding, shit's about to pop up in flames. Somebody made some bad choices, okay. And they're living and learning from this because it was toxic, okay. Police could even have been involved. Somebody's dealing with somebody who's got some anger management issues. Como se? I'm hearing again. Somebody was wearing a mask. Somebody was faking. Look at the mask on this person's face who's coming with a bunch of flowers. Okay? They're not real. They can't be real to even to themselves, and your intuition's telling you that. Somebody's up in their pride or ego right now. Okay? Someone's trying to seek some form of approval from you, but they can't truly see who you really are here. Okay? This person could be feeling hollow, okay, empty within, but still in their ego, looking some form of validation. That's for somebody. Let's say a situation here. Because check yourself. Remember, you have to check yourself in the past because you realize, say, something wasn't right. All right. There was passion. There was same chemistry in the past. Sparks were having fun. There was equal interest. There was burning desire. There was blowing kissing. There was unconditional love. Okay. You were giving and receiving love, and it was returned. But somebody had a key on the ring. Okay. Many options. Okay. Having one night stand stringing you along, it seemed like somebody was stringing you along. This person could have even been married that you had to cut ties with. Okay. This person is definitely moving on. Okay, you're heading towards the union or marriage or soul connection here. Somebody is. Yeah, this could be somebody that you're going to be meeting and talking with, going for a coffee with, building friendship with. But somebody did betray you and stab you in your back here. War signs. There's definitely been some heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies. This could have been somebody who's in a higher commitment when engaged to. Like I said, this mask keeps coming up. Somebody was definitely hiding their true feelings, pretending, deluding, gaslighting you. Okay. And definitely something came to an end. Okay. You liberated yourself. And it was a tragic ending for some of you. This is something that you put a lot of emotions in, like you do here, war signs, and somebody betrayed you and stabbed you in your back. Let's see here. Do another deck for that felt. Somebody was definitely dealing with somebody here who wants to bridge some differences. There's cultural differences between you. Okay, that would bring in both challenges and growth in this relationship in the past because it was it was like darkness and light. Okay, there's somebody here who wants a new alliance after cutting ties. Okay, somebody that can bring you support and opportunities. Okay, so somebody that you can actually blend with after dealing with somebody that you had nothing in common. You're now meeting new alliances. That you got meeting people that you're on the same page, or some of you are calling out for your soul tribe. You know what I mean? Yeah, because the person that wants to meet up and talk to you who's come with a fake apology is two faced. Okay, someone is friendly yet deceitful. So pre-warned is pre-armed. Okay, they're trying to bridge some differences, but they haven't changed. Got jealousy issues. Jealousy may be affecting your relationship, and that's a biggie here, okay? Because if somebody can't trust you after a long period that you've been with them after so many years, okay, or for some of years you see your integrity, you don't step out, okay? Once you're with somebody, you're with somebody, okay? But it shows here that somebody here was being two-faced around you. There was somebody here accusing you of the very things they were doing themselves, okay, that was projecting onto you through their own guilt, okay? Como se? But you're rising from this, you're moving on. Somebody was trying to do the blame game, okay? Not owning the shit. And some of you are moving on from people and things that no longer serve you. Is there a message they want to tell you? Let's see here. Because you are rising. You're dealing with somebody who's creeping, watching you at this moment, who betrayed you and stabbed you in your back. That it was a burden that you had to put down, okay? That you're no longer willing to carry. Como se, all the message here for water signs that I need to know. Sun, moon, and Venus rising. It said, you're so special. You're truly divine. I never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. This is somebody here was ciphering your energy in the past year, okay? Emotional vampire draining you, okay? The wondering why you're tired is because somebody was draining. The moment the person's out your presence, you suddenly get energetic again. It's like, say, they were pulling on your energy. In your present position, you got wild side. They're saying, there's a side to you I haven't seen and want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have fun. Yeah? This new alliance that you're going to meet is somebody that you'll probably be able to be yourself with and let loose. Okay? Because you do have attention of others. I'm addicted to attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without you. This is somebody here who's, like I said, the people pleaser. Okay? They're always needing people's attention. Okay? And they also want to say my dreams. I've been dreaming about you in my dreams. We are so free and in love. Wish I could stay there forever. But that can only happen in the 5D because it ain't happening in the 3D. Okay? At the bottom, somebody is obsessed. Like I said, you do have creeping. Okay. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. Stalk your social and hope I can run into you when I'm out. See, this is somebody that could have been marrying even for money. But this is a forcer. This is somebody who forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Okay? This was a bit of a control freak that you're coming out from. You're moving. Okay? Some of you could even be moving home. Okay? Because somebody here is definitely creeping. All right? This person here is now obsessed with you, stalking you, watching you, because they're jealous. Okay? Jealousy was something that could have broke up this relationship. Okay? Somebody took your kindness for weakness here. Water signs. Okay? They didn't appreciate who you was. They didn't even really know who you was or got to know who you was. But you was giving all the giving. But now you're rising and moving on. It was a lesson to learn for somebody I'm hearing. Okay? Some of you, it was a karmic lesson. So let's see about this broken mirror here. And then wrap up this reading for water signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. But you're coming out from this. All the message here for water signs that you need to know. In the past, it was inferno, it was chaos. Chaos. Somebody could have lost their job. Everything was crumbling. But remember, this is a timeless reading. It could have taking place now is yet to come. It's ready when you're ready to hear it. Okay. Somebody has hit rock bottom. They're going through karma. Somebody could even be in jail or going through legal issues. But their life is falling apart here. You cannot actually hurt divine anointed person and think you can get away with it. That's for somebody. And they're going through inferno because you're starting to love yourself. Loving you, and you're taking back control of your life. And you're finally going to be happy here. War signs. Okay, because at the bottom, somebody had some form of infatuation and they was in denial about it. Okay, they're very obsessed. And there wasn't attraction between you and this person, but this person allowed their lower chakras to run with them because it seems like it was to them about sex, materialistic things, jealousy, anger, and you was on a spiritual level. So it was like it was incompatible. Okay. That's why I believe the Bible does say darkness and light don't mix. If this resonates with you, water signs, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.